I'll show you stunning.
Psst, the 997 911. It's the last of the mechanical 911. And it was the first 911 to hit 200 miles an hour.
Boy, oh boy, it is one ideal value right now. I mean, who are you gonna call in case of an emergency? What up guys, Brad Danger here. Now welcome to Ideal Cars, and I made this limited edition t-shirt for us Porsche files. So you might wanna snag one before our first batch of 10 runs out. Now in this video right here, we're going to cover the 4 things about the 911 Carrera and Carrera S. First and foremost, I'm gonna outline what makes the 997 911 such an awesome sports car that's always ready to deliver a performance of a lifetime. Then we're gonna skim through 17 seconds of price trends. Next, we'll dive into some of the ideal specs that you should be looking for. Everything from the best interior, exterior, transmission options, and more. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you which 997 911 I would get. Now there's a lot more models, so if you're interested in learning about all 20 plus of them offered in the 997 generation, well, you're in luck because I made a video detailing all of them over here. The Porsche 911 started out in September of 1964 with an ill-advised rear engine location, 6 horizontally opposed cylinders, and torsion bar suspension. Not exactly what you'd dream up if you wanted to build the ultimate ideal sports car. But the 997 holds true to that layout that was etched into history some 40 years earlier. Still, 6 horizontally opposed cylinders pushing out at least 325 horses rocket the ultimate sports car from 0 to 60 in just 4.6 seconds. And the quote-unquote poorly placed engine still hangs out back and somehow seems to defy logic as it happily dances through any curves you throw at it. And that is only half the story, because this car can do daily driving duties just as well as it does track days with the boys. There's a ton of cargo room for all your activities. And when it comes time to put the pedal to the metal, the near telepathic steering, roaring flat six, and overly capable chassis deliver nearly exotic car performance in a package that can be enjoyed every single day. And we do. Most current 911 owners, like myself, daily drive these performance bargains. Speaking of which, let's check out what the price trends and depreciation schedules look like. So on the bottom are the 997.1 depreciation schedules from 2005 to 2008, and you can see that they have in the last 5 years only gone down 18.4%, and then the 09 through 12, the 997.2s, you can see they've actually gone down almost the exact same, 18.2%. So they're both incredibly good, stable, ideal car values right now. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna break down some of the ideal specs you should be looking for both personal enjoyment and resale value. So guys, there's 4 different things that we're gonna cover here. The first one is gonna be interior color. Now there's 3 different options that are highly sought after that I like. The first one is natural brown. It's just a beautiful, dark, tannish brown color and very, very European. The second one is terracotta, beautiful color, one that you don't see that often on many cars. And the third one is good old black. I mean, you can't go wrong with a nice black interior on a 997 C2 or C2S. Now, for exterior color, now there's a ton of silver, black, and gray cars out there. That's so common. So paint to sample cars bring a premium. If you can find one of those, go after it. It's definitely gonna be worth more on the secondary market. But if you have to go any sort of silver or gray, I highly suggest the GT Silver Metallic. It is a beautiful, deep metallic silver. It's actually on my car. Also, Carrera White is a beautiful color and plays with the lines extremely well in the 997, as well as Basalt Black Metallic. Now, we're gonna talk about transmissions. If you're gonna get a 997.1, which is a 2005 to 2008, you'll wanna get a 6-speed manual. You wanna stay away from that Tiptronic transmission. Or if you're gonna get an 09 or newer, which is a 997.2, the PDK transmission, the dual clutch, is magical and one that I actually really like. So I'd actually go for the PDK on a 997.2, but both the 6-speed or PDK is a fantastic option. Now for some ideal options. The first one is PASM, which stands for Porsche Activity Stability Management. Essentially, this is standard on a Carrera S, but not on a Carrera, so you'll want to check if you're looking at a base Carrera. It has 2 modes, one for everyday use, and then you can switch it to Sport, which firms up the suspension and makes the car handle like a true sports car. The second one are Sport Seats. So you really have a few different options, but Sport Seats are a little bit more curvaceous, and I think just add a little bit more flair to the interior. And the third is Sport Chrono Package, and this adds the strange dash-mounted stopwatch and the Sport button on the center console. Now, that stopwatch can give you lap times or let you know how long you're sitting at a red light, but that Sport button, especially if you have the PDK, increases throttle response, so it actually becomes a much more sportier driving experience. So with the 6-speed manual, it's a nice option to have, but with the PDK, it completely transforms the car. And last but not least, what you've all been waiting for. What is my ideal spec? Well, I'd go 997.2 base Carrera. That's basalt black metallic with black sport seats. Top it off with the Sport Chrono Package and a PDK, and boy oh boy, I'm in heaven. Let us know down in the comments what your ideal spec would be. Also, if you haven't seen the video of the 997 911 and the 4 other ideal cars that you'll never lose a dime on, go check it out over here. Or if you want to see what YouTube thinks you should watch next, click here. Oh, and please subscribe and snag a shirt. But either way, you can't lose, and as always, keep living that ideal lifestyle.